Gaming and non-gaming tribes throughout California. Vote no on Prop 27.
Rediscover your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino. No matter what your game is, the excitement and relaxation you're looking for is here. So get back to the fun at Pechanga Resort Casino.
Welcome back to the KTLA Weekend Morning News on this Sunday morning that happens to be Rice Krispies Treat Day. I can't believe I forgot to mention that until just now. Your zone forecast calling for patchy fog, drizzle in many locations this morning. Otherwise, this afternoon, partly cloudy, maybe even a little bit breezy. Gusty winds, though, in the Inland Empire, a high of 81, 79 expected for the high desert. Warmer weather is on the way. I'll have more details in your 7-day forecast coming up. For now, Pedro, back to you.
A massive 6.8 earthquake hit noon local time. It had a depth of 4.3 miles. Responders are still working to rescue people from the rubble, as you see right here. Aftershocks, they continue to hit. At least 17 people were hurt in the worst affected areas.
Republican governors are continuing to send busloads of migrants to Democratic cities. Texas Governor Greg Abbott sent another round of buses to New York City and to Vice President Kamala Harris's home in Washington, D.C. So far, migrants have been sent to Chicago, New York, D.C., Martha's Vineyard. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis continues to defend the move, criticizing the Biden administration for what he calls, quote, lax border policies. Florida also committed $12 million of its budget to transporting undocumented people out of the state. Democrats nationwide continue to condemn migrant busing. President Biden argues that Republican governors are using human beings for political gain.
Definitely needed a lot of more structured support and resources. It feels like every day when buses arrive, we're telling people, sorry, the homeless shelters are full. We're scrambling to find people housing. So in that sense, it's been overwhelming.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott says to expect more buses to come.
Now to the UK, where President Biden and First Lady Dr. Jill Biden have just paid their final respects to Queen Elizabeth as she lies in state at Westminster Hall.
They're among the 500 heads of state and foreign dignitaries who will be there for tomorrow's historic funeral.
Let's get out to KTLA's Lauren Lister live in London with the details. Good morning.
Good morning, Pedro and Megan. We are going into night here, into the final 12 hours of the Queen lying in state in Westminster Hall just behind me. Let's take a live look at this scene because thousands have been lining up over the last 4 days to pass through and be able to personally pay their respects to the late monarch who passed away at 96 years old after 70 years of service and who will be memorialized in a state funeral tomorrow at 11 a.m. our time, just across from what these scenes you're looking at here at a church, Westminster Abbey. Now, it's not just members of the general public who have been passing through. Take a look at this. Just a short time ago, President Biden and the First Lady, Dr. Jill Biden, they passed through and paid their personal respects to the late monarch. Now, Biden is in town for the Queen's funeral, one of those hundreds of dignitaries you mentioned who were invited to the state funeral and are attending. Now, the president looking solemn, doing the sign of the cross, and he also signed an official condolence book to the Queen, and he spoke a little bit about his feelings towards her and offered official condolences to cameras. Take a look at a little of that.
We were joking crimpets. She kept offering me more. I kept eating everything she put in front of me. But she was the same in person as her image. Decent, honorable, and all about service. And our hearts go out to the royal family, to King Charles and all the family.
He was talking about when he was welcomed by the Queen at Windsor Castle, which is just a short distance from where we are, another royal residence. Now in London, meantime, a major policing operation underway. In fact, the biggest in London's history, we're told, bigger than the 2012 Olympics. More than 10,000 officers will be on duty Monday. Street drains and garbage bins are being searched and sealed. Tomorrow there will be spotters on roofs, police on the streets, in the river, on horseback, basically everywhere people turn. Airspace will also be closed around Heathrow for a while, around the funeral time and place. Heathrow Airport is grounding scores of flights so that no aircraft are passing overhead. Now back out here live, the president right now is at a reception at Buckingham Palace being hosted by the King ahead of the funeral at Westminster Abbey beginning at 11 a.m. tomorrow. That's 3 a.m. your time in Los Angeles. But there is one estimate that as many as 4 billion people will be watching. So many people may be getting up very early on the West Coast too. That's the latest live here in London. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
Lauren, again, doing such a great job out there. I see the sun is coming down. It is evening time. Can you talk to me? Have those screens gone up yet? The screens where people can watch this funeral happening?
We know that screens are going to be in parks and in squares across the United Kingdom for people to watch the funeral services tomorrow. I don't know if those screens are up yet, actually, but, you know, they could be. I do know that people are camping already along the procession route because after the funeral services, the Queen's coffin will be taken actually right on this road behind me. So we'll be able to show that to you in the morning just after her funeral right here on KTLA. And we'll go down this street and go through central London. And people had been camping out just to get a good spot to have a good view of all of that because the procession will go through London to Buckingham Palace where then the Queen will be put on a hearse and that will take her coffin to Windsor Castle, which will be her final resting place. It's the same place that President Biden was welcomed by her, as I just mentioned moments ago, and where she'll be buried next to her late husband, Prince Philip.
Lauren, thank you. You've been keeping us updated for days now. We appreciate it. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 a.m.
3 a.m. Wow.
Early
And that for a lot
us.
of people, that is normal for us. That's early for a lot of people. Happening right now, the East LA Mexican Independence Day Parade and Festival. The opening ceremony just wrapped up, and the parade is heading down Cesar Chavez Avenue, complete with floats, dancers, and musicians, of course. It's one of the oldest and largest annual festivals of its kind right here in the U.S., and this is actually the event's 76th year. The cultures of each Mexican state will be represented. This year's themes celebrate the heroes of the pandemic and promote strong physical and mental health.
Love
Very
it.
cool. Representation, we love to talk about.
Absolutely.
Right? Hispanic Heritage Month is
Especially,
fun.
yeah, especially this month. Now, passengers on a flight from Hawaii got a surprise of a lifetime with a little hands-on music lesson. Take a look.
We are with Guitar Center Lessons. We are so excited.